Welcome to the Tier List Podcast. My name is Joel Hagman. To my left, it's Liam Daly. And to my right, it's Ryan Patterson.
And welcome to the Tier List Podcast, where the vibes are always immaculate.
Always. Is that the new slogan now?
Yeah.
The vibes are always immaculate? I mean,
I think so.
They are immaculate. They are pretty immaculate.
I feel the vibes.
I think Ryan is the vibes.
He is. Look at him. He's just
Look at
chilling,
that.
relaxing.
That is the vibes right there.
Shout out Josh Hart.
Well, let's talk about something on your sweater real quick. You got the Yankees. How are we feeling? If you guys don't know, the Yankees got beat bad.
You know, I'm feeling a lot better about it than Liam is. Because if you look over at him, he lost a bet and now has a 1 p.m. shadow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Don't make dumb bets. Don't do that.
Don't make bets.
Don't do
Gambling's
that.
bad, kids.
Yeah.
Don't
Gambling
do
is
it.
bad. But
It's
you know
bad.
what's not bad? Subscribing and following the Tier List Podcast wherever you're watching or listening. Go follow our socials. We love you.
All of them. Insta, TikTok, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Them all.
Do it all.
Right.
Chicken bake.
Give me the boom.
Boom.
Yeah,
Boom.
I'm doing the dance. Boom. Dude,
I thought we'd be more refined by the third episode.
we're pretty popular, guys.
We are.
What podcast is not talking about this? We are in now. So
We are in.
We're in.
This may be 3 weeks out, but we are in.
We are in.
We are in.
We're in. All right, let's get into this, guys. We're on episode 3.
Sorry, Tracy
We're
Morgan.
Who?
It's,
Just
we are
ignore
in
him.
episode
He's your
3.
We're in
vibes.
episode 3.
Today we are ranking Pixar movies. All
Pixar movies.
26
28.
movies. 28 movies.
Well, there's 2 of them that, but yeah, 28. You'll find out which 2 we are. Like,
We had a briefing before this, and Joel broke the briefing.
But anyways, all right. So just like you guys seen the past 2 episodes, if you're new to this, we just we go through a random list of all the movies, and we're just gonna rank them from S, A, B, C, D, and F. We don't know what's gonna come up first, and we just go for it, and then we just go down the line, and then we argue, give our opinions, and go for it. You guys ready?
Objectively, we have the right opinion, so I don't want to hear anything in the comments.
Most of the time.
Yeah,
Most of the
sometimes.
time.
Hey,
Only-
if you got
only
better
when
opinions than
In-N-Out's
us, leave it in the
sincere.
comments.
All right, our first topic for today, it is Cars 2.
D tier.
Cars 2.
D tier.
F tier, bro.
D and F?
I hate that movie.
Well, okay, why though?
It's just not. It's objectively not a good Cars movie.
F
Well-
for hard to watch.
No, like if you think about it, it's a spy Cars movie.
Yeah.
I want to see you go from
About
the first.
with Mater,
Yeah.
not really Lightning McQueen.
No, and it's not like the Tow Mater origin story. You got you go from Lightning McQueen, his story arc, the building of him, to now he's somehow a spy.
You want to know something,
but he's
Liam?
not a spy. It's Mater who's pretending to be a spy.
You want to know something? So in the second movie, they talk about Lightning McQueen winning Grand Prix. So the first movie is canon. In the third movie, there is not a single mention of Cars 2 once, which leads me to believe that it is a non-canon movie because of how bad it was.
Wow. Look at
Well,
that.
F
That's how
tier.
bad it is.
It wasn't too bad because they did make a third one, which we'll get into later on. But
Which has the heart of the first.
I agree. It's not really. It's not. It's like it should be like Cars 2 Mater story,
Yeah.
but it's not, and it's confusing because you look at the poster and you're like, oh, it's gonna be about Lightning McQueen, but it's about Mater. So D tier.
D tier. Yeah.
It does
I'm
make
down
me
for
want to
D.
try pistachio ice cream, though.
does.
Pistachio.
D tier.
All right. Our next one. This is a fairly new movie. I think this is the newest one on the list. We have Inside Out 2. So for me, I just watched this recently, and it hit me in the feelings. It got me good. All right. I really enjoyed this movie. I would rank it like BA. It's like the first one's so good, and I think this one does such a good job to add on to it that it deserves to be in that like A-B conversation.
Yeah. I think Inside Out 2 is S tier. Let me tell you why. The first one starts off with Riley growing up. Fine, whatever. It's cool. Then the second one, she's all grown up, and then the emotions, there's new ones, and you don't even deal with Riley most of the time. It's like, who cares about that girl? You're with the inside out, happiness,
girl.
joy, sadness, or anger, fear, and disgust. You're following their story. It's their story now. And seeing them and not that
Get outta here,
side
Riley.
character Riley,
Riley.
perfect.
Producer,
Esther.
cut him off. Cut him off. So my opinion on the movie. So I wasn't really paying attention. It seemed pretty cool, but like I wasn't really following the story at all. So I'd give it like a C tier maybe. But for a list of movies that I need to like actually watch, I'd probably throw it up in A. It intrigued me a lot, so I'd probably go solid C to B tier.
Like to me, I can't put it S tier because there's so many other better Pixar movies that are S tier, where I think this movie is like a great B, high B plus movie, where I would go like a 89% on this.
We got to think about it like this though. Are we comparing these to movies in general or comparing all of these together? Because if we compare these to just like animated movies in general, then yes, almost everything on this list will be S and A. But if we want to make this like a legit list and do it from an actual Pixar perspective,
That's where I'm going with. It's
Yeah,
more of
I've
a-
been
I'm going
comparing
at
it to
Pixar perspective of this. I'm not going all the way around all animated movies.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
looking in the Pixar universe. If it being a Pixar movie, where does it belong on the Pixar list?
yeah, because
I'm
we
going with
didn't
the B
talk
plus.
about that, so I was kind of confused.
I honestly, sorry. I was a little focused on that taskbar being moved away. So I heard Joel say A, B, and I really was like, no, it needs to be higher. And the only one was S. So I really agreed with A, but I needed to like fight for it. So I said S. So I'm sorry, but I say
All right.
I think it's a C, but that's just because I didn't pay
A.
attention.
You didn't pay
you
attention.
didn't pay attention.
I say A.
I'll
Are
give
we
this
good
to
with
the
A?
people that actually watched this.
This-
I won't
I'll-
even
I'll-
put
we'll
up
go
an
A.
argument.
We'll go
A
A.
for Inside Out too.
Yeah, Inside Out too. All right, cool. All right, our next one we have a COVID movie where it wasn't really released in theaters. It got released on
Oh.
Disney Plus. We have Luca.
Oh,
I've never watched it.
I think Luca's like a C tier.
I-
It's like the aesthetic is cool and like the vibes are
Yeah.
fun, but like I just wasn't really engaged. Like I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times, but that's just because
more than I have.
yeah, every time I just like it less and less.
Yeah, I would go like CD. Like I like the premise of it, but
like,
like
cool. It
no
just-
one talks about it though.
It just wasn't executed as well as I think it could have been.
Yeah, I think there's like, you know how like Disney movies, there's like a lull of like movies where you just like it doesn't hit. I feel like it's part of that like series of movies that just didn't hit, and I would put it in like the C or D range.
Yeah, I'd throw it at C. Italy, please sponsor us.
We would love it. We want
So Liam, on this tier
I don't know,
list,
food.
you haven't seen it. So on a tier list level, where would you put it on when, like, how soon would you want to watch it? Like S being immediately, and F being like, I could go my entire life without watching this and feel content with myself.
I honestly know nothing about this movie.
It's about
So,
a
a fish
mermaid
boy?
kid in Italy.
Yeah, that water turns him back into his little sea creature, and so he avoids water.
I thought he was a mermaid.
I don't know. It's like no, he's not like a mermaid. It's like a little creature.
So he's
I
an
don't even remember
off-brand
that.
Aquaman.
Yeah, but still more like a sea creature.
Nah.
Yeah,
Doesn't
let's
intrigue
just,
me.
let's just put it in C, D or what? I don't know.
I think low C. Let's throw it in C for now and see where we put everything
Yeah.
else first.
All right, I like that. All right, we got ourselves a classic right here. A classic for me. I don't know for you guys, but it
Producer's
is,
doing a great job.
we're doing a classic. This next one is Finding Nemo.
Ooh,
Okay, Joel, you've watched this more recent than anyone.
Because
and
I have a son
probably
that loves
way more often than all
Finding
of us.
Nemo and Finding Dory.
What are your opinions?
My opinions is I've watched this movie probably more times than I ever imagined watching this movie. And I would still rank it S tier over anything else because every time I watch it, I enjoy it. I love it. There's not a moment where I'm just like, oh, this movie again.
Yeah.
It's like, it's funny. And it's just like, it's great engagement. And I mean, like, you got such great moments within the movie, and like Dory, like with her memory loss and calling Nemo different names each time and not memorizing his name, even it carries on into the next film. It's like small
Spoiler
stuff like
alert.
that. Spoiler alert. Small
He
stuff like
hasn't
that
seen
that just makes it
Finding Dory.
so like good and great.
Yeah.
And I love Finding Nemo. I love everything about it. So I would go definitely S tier.
I would go S tier as well.
I was thinking like A or B. I haven't seen this movie in like 10 years though, so I don't know.
Yeah,
good.
you need to rewatch it. You need to watch this and
That was-
Finding Dory.
So my goal was to watch everything I hadn't watched and then see if I could like touch up on some stuff. Didn't watch half the movies I was supposed to watch. It was only 4 though. It was only 4, so not
Yes,
bad.
not too bad.
But then I wanted to rewatch Nemo, and I don't even. Oh, I think it was Brave was the other one I wanted to rewatch, but I didn't get a chance. I would throw it at A based off of memory, but I'm cool with that.
I think S.
S.
I think that should be our first S.
I remember the water looks really good in it, so
Yeah.
S tier water.
S tier
For
water.
2003, like it's great animation too.
Yeah.
Like it does a really good job of it.
This
also.
movie's older than we are, Liam.
Oh
Yikes.
god, wait, what? Oh gosh, that makes me feel old. I was in middle school when this movie came out.
I thought you
All
started
right.
your first
Yeah,
9 to
yeah,
5.
I know. All right, next movie we got Wall-E.
S tier.
Wall-E.
Yeah, I think it's
S tier.
As a
S
kid,
tier?
I would have ranked it C. Now that I'm older, I think S.
Wally's amazing.
Okay. I'm gonna. You guys put an S tier. When was the last time you watched Wall-E? When was the last time you thought about Wall-E?
Like last time I watched it was like a year ago. Last time I thought about it was a few weeks ago.
I probably saw Wall-E.
Can I call in a
5 years
ringer
ago.
for this one?
a ringer, sure.
A what?
Wait, what?
I'm calling in a ringer.
Who are you?
Call Tyler.
Oh my goodness. So
Tyler's asleep.
We don't know.
he's
It's-
we're.
It's
He's
9.
probably-
He's
I
probably
don't know what's
watching
going on right now,
basketball.
guys. He's calling his brother right now.
He might be asleep.
If you guys are listening right now, we don't know what's gonna happen. Right
We don't know what's going on.
But Wall-E is just a bunch of fat people being lazy in seats, and then a robot changes their perspective on life to get out of their seats and not be fat anymore.
You sound like a salty man. That
It's-
movie's so good.
It's good, but like all the robot says is Wall-E.
So?
no, Eva. That's what it says. Oh, see,
My
look at
ringer
that.
will not pick up. He's
Yeah?
asleep. No, okay. So you have the romance between Wally and Eva, which is awesome for people that can't even really talk at all.
Falling in love with robots. So you think robot love is great?
Yeah. If written right, it's awesome.
Yeah.
You have the robot wheel secret captain guy. Sorry for spoiler alerts. Who's an actual awesome villain and is a big twist villain that you wouldn't even suspect. I think that's the right word. Voice cast, awesome. You got the dude who's in like everything. I don't know what his name is.
Alan. died.
Alan Tuner?
I don't know, the old guy.
Oh, different guy. But
And it's also a movie telling us like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be such slops on this earth. Let's clean up so this doesn't happen to us in the future.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like getting told what to do. F tier.
I think this should go in S at lowest A. I don't
I-
think it should go anywhere below A tier.
I'm okay with A tier.
I'm okay with A. We can.
I
put
think
it
it
in A.
needs to go in A tier because where's its sequel? If it was so great, where's the sequel?
Not every good
Where's-
movie needs a
where's-
sequel.
Bugs Life sequel.
There's a reason that one doesn't have a
Hey,
sequel.
what? No. Oh, okay, we'll get there. All right. I got opinions on Bugs Life. All right.
Wait, I
That
thought we
movie
said we're
changed
throwing
my
Wally in
life.
A.
Whoa, yeah, A. Whoa,
Producer.
Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Producer.
For those listening, our producer put it in B. It's supposed to be in A. There we go. All right. Our next one we have is Ratatouille.
That's an S tier.
That's a simple S.
Yeah,
tier.
it's S.
Like,
You don't even
Objectively,
need-
that's one of
Nah,
the
like-
greatest animated
You don't even
It's
need
so
to
good.
say anything
Like,
about it.
There's nothing. Like, it's a rat being able to make food. And, like, as a kid, you're like, I would love for this rat to make me food.
Weren't you like 30 when it came out?
I was. But, like, it's such a good movie.
It is. It
Like,
really
It's
is.
really such a good movie.
I made me fall in love with food. Like, I want to cook something.
Of course, it made you fall in love
Oh.
with food.
Well, you know.
Liam fell in
Wall-E.
food since day one. he
day
didn't
one.
even need this movie.
He wasn't loving food the moment he came out. He's like, Pepsi, McDonald's, double chocolate cookie.
Chicken bake.
should
We're
not
gonna
be
get
allowed to
so
have a
famous with a
podcast.
clip about that. Oh gosh, clip it, chat, clip it. All right, so we're just gonna go S tier with that one, right? No debates.
Yeah, no.
We're good. All right, next one. That was quick and simple. See, sometimes we just go quick and simple. We're just
And
just
then you
those kind of guys.
explain it, why it's quick and simple, and then it comes to the length of a normal argument over one.
yeah, and we're just like,
And we're back.
and we're back. All right, next one we got Toy Story 3.
C or B tier?
This is an A tier.
Oh wait. C or B tier? All right, go.
We need to hear
I
this.
need to hear why you even think about C tier.
I don't even want to explain it.
You explain it right now.
Liam's like, I'm saying this because I don't even remember the movie.
No, I just like I watched it recently and it was just an okay movie. Like I don't know. I just
Okay, movie. So you tell me that the moment that all these toys are about to die in the furnace,
I hate
holding
that scene.
hand in hand,
I hate that
you're like,
Spoiler
this is how
warning.
they're gonna end Toy Story 3. You're like, okay, that this is a great ending. They're all together, like dying.
Will I admit-
and then the aliens come in clutch with the claw on the
The
claw
claw.
and saves them. And then there's a whole nother like 20 minutes of this movie. You're like, this is wonderful. This is great.
This
and
is
then
also
they move
Liam's
on
last
from
episode.
Annie to what's her name?
exactly.
Bonnie.
Thank you. The Bonnie is such a great movie that it transitions from one kid to the next, right? And that they still get to be loved on, right?
Not only does it transition from one kid to the next, but it also transitions Toy Story from the last generation to the next.
Boom.
Do you want me to be honest? Like
A
totally
tier.
honest? As a kid, I really didn't understand it, and I didn't understand the emotions behind it because it was too complex for my little mind.
Were you
And
busy eating too much McDonald's?
yeah, I was eating too much McDonald's. It fried my brain. I was a little special. So
No, where Liam grew up, it was
So-
just Taco Bell.
Just talk about.
it was Taco Bell and Burger King.
He was
That's
having,
why I messed up.
he was having cheesy roll-ups and the chicken fries.
chicken fries. Like, Mom, chicken fries.
So what are you guys putting it at? I can step away.
I
from
think A
this.
tier.
A tier. I think it's. I would even go S tier because
I-
I love it that much. I think it's one of the better.
I
Toy
think
Story
there's
movies?
one Toy Story movie
Yeah.
better than this, and that's why I don't put it in S
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah, I'm fine with the A tier. I think that's a good spot for it. All right, our next one we got Incredibles 2.
I think that's a D tier.
I really liked it when it first came out, but I haven't seen it, so I'd say B.
It's boring. Do you remember anything from it?
The Mole.
That's
The continuation.
continuation
of
from episode or movie 1, and then it was like real quick.
What? Do you remember anything that happens in the plot?
What happens in Mrs. Incredible, Elastigirl? Like she.
Oh,
became more
that's
of the super
right.
Hero, and I don't
What's-
remember much.
Yeah, exactly. It's a forgettable, boring,
Yeah.
sad sequel to one of the best Pixar movies. D tier.
Okay, I will say though, I wouldn't go. I love the usage of Jack though, and with
I
the,
think
the
it goes C.
raccoon, the battle between Jack and the raccoon.
That
in
was
that,
so funny.
so funny.
Oh
where
my
I would
gosh.
like go C tier with it because
I
of
don't
that.
even remember that.
Oh, dude, it's so
so
hilarious.
funny.
That movie's so forgettable for
I
me.
think it's C tier.
I
I
think
think like to me, it's better than Luca.
the only thing I
I
like
think
really
it's better than
remember.
Luca.
The only thing I really remember about Incredibles 2 is that scene where Elastigirl is trying to find the villain, and then like it just strobes you like crazy because I saw it in theaters and
yeah.
got such a bad headache from that scene.
I remember they were like having warnings to at the beginning of the movie saying that this can cause
Seizures.
and stuff because of that. I remember watching that and I'm like, what is going on? Like,
To be fair
Joel's-
though,
like, what?
to be fair though, when you play the PlayStation, Xbox, PC version of Uno, it tells you the same warning. So
No, well,
it really doesn't mean much.
no, it doesn't mean much. So
In this case, it does. Stay safe,
okay,
everyone.
so I think if we put
It just cuts. to
Incredibles
it.
2 to
Can we please do that?
it just starts strobing in here.
My mom calls me. Kyle got a seizure from watching your podcast.
Does
we
he
have
have
we have a
epilepsy?
warning sign in
Nope.
the beginning of our episode. This
Just
may cause
randomly.
seizures. People are like, what?
What is going on?
Legally in California, we have to.
I think though, if we put this at C tier, we have to move Luca to D.
I think Luca's a better movie than Incredibles
I do
2.
not think so.
I don't care.
Luca has more sense of adventure, which I like more.
Okay, let's just put Incredibles 2 C. I think
C.
it belongs in C.
I think we're not getting
I-
past anywhere. I think C.
I have a feeling that movie's going to move by the end.
Probably.
I think that and possibly Luca also. I think C tier's going to be different
I think,
completely.
it's just, and then we're gonna probably move Cars 2 to F tier.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. All right, our next one we have Brave.
A.
My people,
The Scottish people finally have a movie.
I
A
would
tier.
put this in C, honestly. I grew up watching this a little bit. I didn't really
I grew up
like
loving
it.
this movie.
So we know who
I
Liam's
would-
first
I
celebrity
would
crush
go
was.
B for Brave.
Selena Gomez.
I got B for Brave because
What? I've had a type ever since I was young. Come on.
blondies,
No, brunette.
redheads. Brave.
Watch out, Ryan.
She's
By the
redhead.
way,
Oh,
what's
no.
up, Liam? Wow.
Okay. Awkward. That's why I'm sitting between them to separate them. All right. I think I will go B for Brave. I
would-
think it's a B at best. I think that though when it came out, there was a lot of other better movies happening that it got kind of shoved down to not be as great. But I think it is a solid movie all around. I mean, like her brothers turned into little bears, and her dad turns into a big old bear. What are you doing?
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of a different movie.
Oh,
Carry
okay.
on.
So I think that it's B at best. I think this should be our first movie in the B tier. That's me though.
Ryan, what do you think? C or what do you say?
I think it should be C.
C. I say A, so we should just go B. B for Brave.
B for Brave.
I'm
Cool.
not even gonna argue that.
All right. We got our next one is The Incredibles.
I think that's an S tier.
S tier.
Yeah.
S tier. There's no explanation. You can't tell me that Incredibles belongs in A tier when you look at Inside Out 2, WALL-E, and Toy Story 3.
I think
Like,
I
the
think
originals are all
WALL-E
gonna go up
and
there.
Toy Story 3 have an argument. Inside Out 2, just because I haven't really seen it, I say does not have an argument at all.
Yeah.
I think WALL-E and Toy Story 3 do have an argument,
Yeah.
but it doesn't stack up against Nemo and Ratatouille.
Not at all.
Have you guys ever? I know you guys were probably born the year that this movie came out.
Nope, we're older.
2004.
She wasn't.
Oh well. If you guys don't know, our producer is a girl named Amaya. All right. Anyways, so moving on.
Way to
But,
dox her.
well,
Well,
you already
Joel-
did in the first episode. If you
Second
ever get a
episode.
chance, watch the teaser trailer for Incredibles. Like the very first teaser trailer that they came out with teasing this, it got me so hyped for this movie. I was like, what is
At
this
the
movie?
age of 30?
Yes, I did. Where I was just like a superhero movie, like this is gonna be so cool, so dope, and the way that they did it, like they teased you, you're like waiting in anticipation. And I remember it was like it teased us, and then it was like not for like another 2 years.
2?
It was like a year and a half, 2 years that it came out, but it was like, when is this movie coming out?
Yeah.
And I needed it, and when it did come out, it was like it far exceeded all my expectations. I mean, just from the kids to Jack, Dash, Violet, to Mr. Incredible, and then like even the story arc of like their wedding to when like they saw the images of his friends basically like. It was just such a great movie, like, and it just made me fall in love with it.
So I don't think this is a hot take at all. What's the villain's name? Syndrome?
Yeah, Syndrome.
By far the best Pixar villain there is. Jason Lee, perfect voice actor for Syndrome as well.
Are you saying that because he's a redhead?
He's not a redhead.
Yeah, he
Syndrome
is.
has red hair.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jason Lee.
No. I'm
No,
talking
he's
about-
awesome. What villain
you
is
Syndrome?
better?
Oh,
All right, and
Christ.
Ryan's gonna dress up Syndrome for Halloween. All right, so we're good with that.
Yep.
S tier.
Next.
And I do agree. I think it's one of the better villains. Like the way that happened.
I don't think any other villain
Buddy.
stacks up against him.
His name was Buddy, and then yeah, it's all coming back. All right,
Movie night after this?
Incredibles. Let's go. All right, next one we got Coco.
Never seen it.
I've seen this once.
You've never seen Coco.
I didn't love Coco, but I liked it. I would throw it in B tier probably.
You guys,
I'm completely fine in A, but just because I didn't love it the one time I watched it, I would throw it in B. But I understand the significance it has.
It has to be A tier. I think it's such a good movie. Like the musical score on it, and the soundtrack that it has, like
Soundtrack is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
And then just like how the story of it, like, go.
Okay, hear me out. Inside Out 2, B tier, Coco A tier. Because we don't want to be flooding these top tiers so quickly, you know?
Okay, the only reason why I would be okay with Inside Out going to B tier is just because it hasn't been out for a whole year. That there's more for it to like linger, for it to reach that A tier. I do think it belongs in A tier, but I'm fine with bringing it down. But I do think Coco needs to be A tier.
I'm fine with that. The bridge scene when you first see it.
Oh yeah, I think the colors too of just like how it like brings all the like it brings color to life. Whatever I'm trying to say.
Liam, you would really like Coco.
I think you would like Coco.
They got a lot of your type in it.
Dead
people?
We both were just like dead people.
Oh, man.
All right, so we good with that.
Yep.
All right, so
Coco A tier.
Coco A tier, and then I say let's just wait on Inside Out moving down to B tier. I think we can bring it down. And let's just see kind of like as we go down the list.
That's fair.
We can bring it down. All right, our next one. Like one of the, I think this might be the original one. It is Toy Story, the original one.
So
1995.
this
C
is
tier.
the original, yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
C tier.
I think
I'm joking. S tier. I love this movie.
I was gonna like literally punch you.
I was ready for that.
All right.
I was ready.
guys, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, gosh,
I
this
think
is
the
hot
first Toy Story. This is not the hot take. I think the first Toy Story is the worst one out of the four.
No.
Yes.
No.
What?
4 is.
I swear on everything. I
No.
believe I think it's a good movie still. I don't think the first one. It just doesn't hold up. That's my thing with it. Like it feels very outdated, and it's fun.
1995.
But I feel like every other movie just does more interesting and fun things.
I don't even remember Toy Story 2. I can still remember Toy Story 1 though.
Growing up, 2
I
is my
remember.
favorite.
I remember 2 a lot. But
What
Toy
was-
Story 1.
That was the
is
one with the
get to
toy
it.
Jesse
store.
and-
The what?
The toy store
Toy
and
Store and
Jesse,
Jesse and-
like Woody gets kidnapped
Yeah.
by the dude because he gets stolen.
Well, we can get to that, like, yeah. But Toy Story 1, Toy Story 1 sets off the reason why Pixar is even around, right? That came out, and that brought iconic, like, whenever anyone says Buzz or Woody, everyone knows. When anyone says Andy, what they think of Toy Story.
The Andy's Coming challenge.
Yeah, you know?
You've got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. Oh my gosh, the clouds, the fake clouds in it. Oh, so beautiful and gorgeous.
and
I
they
know
have
that,
them in every movie.
Okay, but the reason why they're there is because of number one. Number one is
'Cause
the
it's the
reason
same
why
characters.
all these other movies are a thing. Is because of Toy Story 1. If it wasn't for Toy Story 1, Pixar would not be around. The success of Toy Story 1 and what it brought to the imagination of every kid helped build out Pixar. So Toy Story 1 has to be S tier.
I think it should be S.
Has
So
to be.
with that knowledge, George Washington, top 2 president ever. Superman, greatest superhero ever, right? McDonald's, greatest fast food chain of all time. Because they are the original ones, which means we wouldn't have any of this other stuff without them.
I do agree for all those.
Except for McDonald's.
I grew up on those Big Macs.
To me, it's Taco Bell.
I just don't think, like, I understand the historical significance that's behind this movie. I just don't think it stacks up to the rest of these. Like, I watched Toy Story 1 now, and I'm like, it's fun, but, like, it's kind of boring.
It's just because you have no soul, bro. Get that back up in S, dude.
Dude, speaking
S
of
for
soul,
soul.
I want to talk about that
S
movie.
for Soul.
Put Toy Story in
we're
S,
throwing
producer.
Soul in S tier?
No, Toy Story in S.
Toy Story and S.
It has to be there.
It has to be there. You know, the hate that we would get if we did
Ryan
not.
Ryan has had 2 awful takes in 3 episodes.
Just wait. I'm going to have like 3 more in
Oh,
this.
gosh. All right, our next
2 more.
one. We have Finding Dory.
I haven't seen this. This is one of the 2 I didn't watch. Sorry, guys.
I think it's a good movie. It doesn't really stack up to the first one as much as it should. It's a solid story, but then after you watch it a couple times, you're like, I'd rather watch Finding Nemo because, let's be honest, Ellen's voice gets a little annoying after a while. I'd put in B. I'd be fine if it goes A. Not really, but
It's a good thing you said that about Ellen's voice because now we won't get canceled.
why?
Because she got canceled for
She
being
got canceled
like
for-
a terrible person.
Terrible.
Oh,
boss.
yeah.
Yeah.
F tier.
F tier. That's what we do to people who are terrible
Yeah.
to people. F tier.
Stupid Ellen.
Oh gosh, now we're gonna get sued.
I think it would be B tier.
This is
I
my
think
final
it's
episode.
like watching Finding Dory all the time along with Finding Nemo. It's great, but it doesn't stack up to the original Finding Nemo. I do love a lot of elements in Finding Dory that like it's great. But Finding Nemo is way better, and
Yeah.
I'm fine with it being B tier.
Yeah, B tier. Because it doesn't really stack up to
Yeah.
the original Nemo. It's like it's fine, but I mean you just can't compare.
Yeah. All right, our next one we got Elemental.
Okay,
I'd give it like a
just
C
saw this
tier.
movie.
Yeah.
C tier.
It was cool. The animation was really good on it.
Yeah.
But like parts of it just kind of dragged.
Yeah.
I'd give it like a C. I liked the main guy in it. He was pretty cool.
I don't like I haven't really been a big fan of like the basic,
guys.
I don't like emotional guys. I don't like crying all the time. Don't you cry all the time, Liam?
Stop.
I just don't. It's like this
Hello,
the
darkness,
basic.
my old friend.
Like you can tell what's going. So I'm trying. I don't want to hear about your dumb lasagna. Okay, let me talk.
Let me talk.
Let me sing then.
Do I see some tears coming down your eyes right now?
Yeah, cry, baby, cry.
I didn't do this. Why did I do to deserve this? I
That's
think
the
it's C tier.
craziest clip farming I've ever seen. C
And that's how
tier.
we get millions of views.
That's how we're famous.
I think C tier. Like I said, animation's cool. Some of the characters were cool. Overall, it was kind of boring.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, it's I wouldn't even put it with.
If I want to watch a movie like that, I'm watching Zootopia.
Yeah, I think I would go like DC.
Zootopia's not even on this list.
Because it's not Pixar.
What is it?
It's just Disney.
Just
Oh.
Disney. Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I-
Hey, producer, stop laughing at me, okay?
I think I would go. I think I would go. I don't know, C or D. I don't care.
I think
C.
C's
I don't care.
good.
C's good.
I'd probably put it between Luca and Incredibles 2.
What? No.
All right, we get there. All right, I'm gonna show you guys this one, and hopefully you guys do the same thing that I'm about to do to announce this one.
All right.
All right. So there's only one way you can announce this one, and I think we haven't talked about this at all, by the way. So I'm gonna try this. 3, 2, 1.
The
Life
greatest
is a highway
The greatest backward driver ever.
all night long.
Kachiga.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, me and Liam are on the same page. What's that on the-
Speed. I am speed.
This is why Ryan was alone in 6th grade and didn't have anybody.
Alone. I had more friends than you did, buddy.
I was your only friend.
Imaginary number 1, 2, 3.
Ethan, Jubby, Nolan, Gianni, Chulo,
You don't understand.
Ryder, Carter, Tyler,
I'm gonna mute his
Ethan,
mic. I'm gonna do it.
Andrew.
I'm gonna mute his mic.
Are you naming all your cousins? Are you naming all your different personalities?
Anyway.
You ever
Is that
seen
what's going-
Split?
Split,
Oh
yeah.
gosh. So
All right.
if you didn't get it from what we all just said, it is the movie Cars
Yeah.
1, and I don't think we even need to argue about this. It's S tier. S. Is this Ryan's hot take? Are you guys
This isn't-
not?
This isn't my hot take. I don't think. Okay, outside
What?
of Toy Story, I don't think Cars stacks up with what's in S tier. I think it stacks up in A tier.
What?
No, it's A tier.
What?
Like it's
Kachiga,
it's really
Kachiga.
good. It's like so entertaining. Like you could watch that over and over again. But I feel like everything in S tier, other than the first Toy Story, has a lot more like interesting story overall. I think the characters in them, I'm including Toy Story in this too, are all like a lot more fun and unique.
You know what the biggest thing that came out of Cars that keeps me questioning to this day?
That scene where
What did
Sally
Sally
farts.
What did she do?
The question is, or the answer is, she didn't drive through anything.
she dookied on that man.
She dookied on that man.
So
No, Ed, you're wrong.
I think
has to go
A
S.
tier.
It's S tier.
It has to be
It's
S.
S tier, bro. Like,
Oh, you're on my team?
Yes,
Oh,
S
thank the
tier. Like,
Lord.
it's such a good movie. It like
you're just wrong.
the fact
Guys,
that
this
it's
is what I'm saying. Our S tier, there's like 4 more movies you could throw in S tier.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. S tier.
Well, you're spoiling stuff, bro.
It showed up on the screen 15 times.
Oh, okay. Well,
The
I think this should go in A tier. I just think the S tier movies are like just better.
it can't go in A tier because
It has
it's
to go
better
S.
than all those movies.
It has to go S.
Well, yeah, when you have Inside Out 2 in there, of course.
Inside Out
It's
2
better
should
than
go
Wall-E.
to-
It's better than
No.
Toy Story 3. It's better than
No.
Coco.
Yes.
I'm looking at this tier list now, and I want to move
like
Inside Out
yes.
2 to B.
I'm fine with moving Inside Out to B. To B.
Are
How about
cool
that?
with
We move that to B. We keep Cars in S.
That's
How
a
about
fun
this?
trade-off.
Ryan, we have been bullying you this episode.
I know. I'm
you
the
know what?
movie guy here, and you guys don't take any of my opinions.
Yeah, because
You
you're
know what?
wrong.
How about this? I'm fine with those 5 movies being S tier. Next time that we disagree with you, we're gonna go your way.
No.
If we keep
Yes.
Cars,
Yes.
if we
Deal.
keep Cars in
Deal.
S tier,
Deal.
He still hasn't said his big.
that's fine with me because I'm fine with those movies being S tier.
It's going to be about Monsters, Inc.
Nope.
No, it's fine. I'm
Up?
gonna shake on it. I'm shaking on it. I'm gonna agree with Ryan. I have to because Cars.
Turning
has to be
Red's
in
the
S tier.
best Pixar movie. No, that's not it. That's, not it. That's not it.
it, guys. Trust us.
And Ryan's canceled.
All
Go
right.
follow me on Letterboxd.
Our next
at Ryan
one,
Mako.
we have to finish out this series. Oh wait, no, not to finish it out. We have Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4.
C tier.
Yeah, my favorite part of Toy Story 4 is just like the Canadian stunt driver, Keanu Reeves. Like,
That was great.
it was great. And then you got like Bo Peep coming back. But other than that, it was like, I can't even remember what happened at the end of the movie.
I can't either.
So this is my hot take, and I'm not using my handshake on this, but this is my favorite Toy Story movie.
Oh, gosh.
Have you guys just seen how it's animated?
Yeah.
It took them like 6 years to make this movie,
That's
and it
fine.
shows.
And they failed
The
story
animation looks great. And
Story-wise?
yes, story-wise,
You get the toys lost at a summer carnival. That's so cool. No way you guys are picking. No way you guys are picking a bedroom right next door over a carnival.
Hey,
Yeah,
he went to the next door
100%.
neighbor's house, and
and the next door neighbor
they
was
went-
blowing up toys,
yeah,
and they survived.
and they went to the chicken dude's place.
You have
Yeah.
Annabelle in this movie.
the creepy doll
Yes.
trying to get the voice box from Woody. See,
I don't know
I
what her
forgot
name
about
is.
that until he started talking about it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, the voice box. That was the whole reason why this villain was trying to
That's so dumb.
kidnap
All right,
Woody.
all right. What do you rank it?
I'm not using my handshake agreement
Okay,
on
what
this
do you
one.
say then?
I feel more strongly. Me personally, I would put this at either bottom of A or top of B, but I'm going to go with what you guys want because I feel a lot more passionate about a different movie on this list.
Okay.
What do you say?
I think it's B. I think it belongs.
I'm fine with B.
I think it belongs in the B tier with those other movies. I think it does it. I think it's just right along those ones. I think
I
it hits
think
on the heartstrings like Inside Out 2 does. I think Finding Dory hits on the heartstrings too, and Toy Story 4 hits on the heartstrings like those movies do. So I'm good with B.
It pains me to put it in B, but it's just one of those sequels where I'm
You're
like,
such a hater.
fine, put it in B.
It's better than Luca, Incredibles 2, and Elemental and Cars 2. It's better than those ones.
Outside
It
of
belongs to
Finding
me.
Dory, I think it's better than everything that's below
Whoa.
A tier.
I know.
I think Wally and Coco are better still.
All right, is this gonna be our quickest rating once? Like, we'll probably be really quick
Probably.
with this one. All right, our next one is Turning Red.
F. I've never seen it. F. Cool.
F.
Turning Red, F.
It's F tier. We might get some hate on it.
and you rated it an F.
You guys might hate on us. We're not giving it time of day.
It doesn't even. Yeah.
It doesn't need any time of day. Just
You're still giving it more time.
I am. I'm sorry. All right, next one. I'm going with Inside Out. The first one.
I think that's an A tier movie.
Yeah.
I
I'd say
really like that movie.
Yeah, it has to be above Inside Out 2. I think, like my favorite scene for like that movie is the Bing Bong,
Oh, dude, I
know?
cry at
Here's the
that
clown that
scene.
likes to play bing bong, bing bong.
right? And then just to go up and they keep trying, it's failing, and then Bing Bong realizes I have to jump off and let her make.
Dude, the second movie when they found all the balls again.
Spoiler.
I was hoping Bing Bong
I
came
know.
back, bro. When he didn't come back, my heart broke.
Yeah, but it was meant for that one for him to never come
Yeah,
back
if he
again.
came back, it wouldn't
wouldn't
make
feel
the
right.
first one as special.
No,
So A
so-
tier for Inside Out.
I think
I
think
can't wait for
we
Bing
put
Bong to
Inside
come
Out
back in
where
Inside Out
Inside
2.
Out 2 was.
So A, top of A.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think that's a very good spot for
That's a
it.
good
Yeah.
spot.
Sorry, Mom, you won't agree with that one. My mom hates that movie.
really.
She likes
Amy?
the second one, surprisingly,
Oh.
but hates
Amy.
the first one.
You're a great person. I can't argue with you on that take, so you can stay valid.
We appreciate you, Amy.
Amy.
Amy,
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you for your support and everyone else. So, anyways, the next one we have The Good Dinosaur.
This
I
was the
watched
other
this
one I
movie
didn't watch it.
too many times. My brother was obsessed with this when he was growing up. I say D.
I heard
D for
it's
dinosaur?
super boring.
It's so
like I heard it looks
Yeah.
cool, but like I heard like nothing goes on
no.
in it.
It's literally nothing, dude.
I've seen it a couple times now with Finn, my son, because he's a dinosaur and he loves dinosaurs. And yeah, it's boring. But there's like good parts to it, but then it makes it feel like
But do the good parts outweigh the boring?
I
part?
can't even remember.
it feels like like when I watch it, it reminds me of, is this a DreamWorks movie?
DreamWorks has some bangers though.
It does, but
didn't
there's a
even-
lot of non-bangers of DreamWorks where you're just kind of like,
they have very high highs and such low lows.
yeah. So where I'm just like, oh, this is a Pixar movie?
Yeah.
So I'm okay with going with it
D?
being D.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good dinosaur. D. What's the next one?
All
What's
right,
the
we
next
got
tier list?
Lightyear.
I would probably throw this in a D tier, honestly. They tried to do something cool with it, and I can respect that.
Yeah.
And it didn't stick very well at all. There's cool parts to it, but overall, it kind of was just another like pretty boring
Yeah.
movie. Like it wasn't like awful. Like I was dreading watching it. Like I came out of it, I'm like, that's like not great, not
Yeah.
bad. Like it's okay. And then I watched it a second time, and I was like, there's nothing that's gonna have me coming back to this.
No, I watched it too, and yeah, it was just like,
I like what they tried to do with it.
tried to do it, but
it just didn't land.
I just didn't like. I get it why like the toy is based off of the movie, and this is that movie. That was the whole concept.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it's a whole concept. It's like the
Oh.
toy is based off of this movie. I didn't like how they changed the voice actor to Chris Evans.
Yeah, I
It
thought
didn't-
that was weird.
It didn't bring Buzz to life. It made him feel realistic, you know?
I kind of get what they were trying to do with it, because it's like a lot of toys that are based off of like real people have like voice actors voice for the toys.
Yeah.
So I can get that, but like their voices aren't even like similar enough to like warrant that.
Yeah. So I'm okay with wherever you guys want.
I think D tier's good for
Yeah,
it.
I think it's
I have no opinion on
It's
this.
a COVID movie.
I
too.
like Taika Waititi in it.
I will say though, like I was watching the movie, and those people were annoying me though.
Yeah, they're
they're
pretty
annoying.
at
They're
times.
not like it's not like funny.
They
It's like,
each have their moments, but overall
it was kind of annoying. Yeah, they were annoying people. All right, I think this is where the hot takes come in. We have Soul.
I want to hear your guys' takes.
I think this is an A.
Toy Story 4 is my hot take I was talking about, by the way. How it's my
Okay.
favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was my super hot one, but I wanted
say
to
A
save
or
it.
S.
I've seen this movie once, and that was about it. I like the musical aspect of Soul. It pulls on the heartstrings that way, but it wasn't like it's not a memorable movie to me. But this is just me. Like, I could see for a lot of other people, it is, and I do like the aspect of like music was brought into this. But I would just put it at B. Like, that's just me. Like, it's, yeah, I don't. That's just about it. Soul's.
I think this is an S tier movie.
I'd go A.
I think this is one of the best Pixar movies.
I can't go S though with it. Like,
I'd be cool A. I can see an argument for S. I can't see an argument for B because when I look at like Brave, I think should be A. But like Finding Dory, Inside Out 2, and Toy Story 4. I know you think different about Toy Story 4, but I don't think Soul fits into that. I think it would go with Inside Out, Wall-E, Toy Story 3, and Coco.
yeah, I feel like it feels right there. But if you're using the handshake for this,
I don't know if I want to use it for this or another one that's on the list. That's the thing. Because I love... Okay, so I watched this, like, one time, I think. Like, when it first came out, and I was like, yeah, that's good. And based off of that first one, I'd agree with you. I'd throw it in, like, B. Like, it was good. It was nothing special. And then my brother, that's, like, one of his favorite movies ever. He watched it, like, 6 times in a week one time.
Wow.
Like, he adores this movie. And so last year for Christmas, I got him tickets to go see it in theaters because Pixar was releasing all the movies that didn't get to be in theaters
back
into theaters. And so I'm like, this is a movie I would love to go see because, like, I don't remember it that well. Like, I've seen it. Maybe I saw it a second time. If I did, I don't even remember. And after walking out of that theater, I was like, holy crap. Like, this movie is amazing. I don't even remember who the main voice actor is, but he did a really good job. Is it Jamie Foxx?
I'm pretty sure it's Jamie Foxx.
Okay, I don't even
pretty
remember.
sure
I get
it's
him
Jamie
and someone else mixed up, but Jamie Foxx did an awesome job. It's a movie just telling you to, like, go chase your dreams. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you really believe in yourself, you should go and do that.
No matter how old you are.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter where you are in life. Like, you should always be trying to chase your dreams so you can achieve that happiness that you've been, like, looking for out of this hobby, career, whatever it is. And then I think all the stuff with the souls in that, are we calling it a premortal life or like a soul world? Like, what? I don't want to get, like, religious or political with this, but, like, whatever you want to call it, like, I think everything in there was so fun. I think the hippie guy in it, I thought he was an awesome addition. He was just, like, a funny guy that actually had purpose towards the story. And I think Jamie Foxx being able to prove his mom wrong in the long run about his dream, I thought that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And the cat was kind of cool in it, so I throw it in S tier.
I agree everything you're saying, and I do think it's the better COVID movie that came out. It's like the best one out of all the ones that were like COVID time. And I think though, for me, when I watched it, I didn't watch it in theaters, and I think maybe that gives a better experience with all the music. It's watching it and listening to it in theaters, but when you're watching it at home, you don't get that same feeling.
We can hook up our other speakers in both subwoofers and we can feel it.
So that's why I'm saying I think I would stick to A. I think it's right there along with the movies in A tier. I don't think it reaches that S tier unless you want to use your handshake.
I think it goes A. Like, I think A. What are you gonna do?
With the movies we have left, I'm gonna use it here. We're gonna go S tier.
S?
Okay. S for soul.
Tyler, this one's for you.
He did for you.
I'm
Tyler.
really glad he did that because I don't know what else he would use the handshake for.
Well, he's
And
gonna let us
I am
know.
totally fine with S.
He's gonna let us know what it was gonna be.
Yeah,
for.
no, I will.
All right. Our next one is Cars
Or I could
3.
keep it a secret.
I kind of have a hot take. When I watched this
Okay.
movie,
Before you guys go, this is all on you guys. I have never seen Cars 3.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Really?
This
never.
one's so much better than the second one,
And
but not nearly as good
like
as the
I've
first.
seen, like I know the concept.
No way you're about to put it in S tier, bro.
I will actually, if you, I will,
It's
I
fire.
will stop that from happening. But all I know about this movie is
I will take
he's
back
being
my soul.
take away soul. All I know is like Lightning McQueen can't keep up with all the newer technology.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
That's most of it.
And I don't
pretty
know what
much.
happens, and I don't know what's the resolve at the end. Does he die?
so
I
I
don't
think
know.
you should watch
Hopefully.
it.
it's a good movie. So when I first watched it, my ignorant self went, "This is the best Cars movie," and I was dead set on that.
That's what Liam says after watching 98%.
And then I
movies.
watched it a second time, and I went,
Dead.
"It's okay." So I'd say B tier.
Oh wow, that's shocking. I
Because it goes in the middle of Cars and Cars 2. I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's on.
I'd agree with
like
you.
the-
I'd put it above everything
Yeah.
in C tier. I'd go B.
B?
It's way better than the second. Not as good as the first. And it kind of tells a similar story to the first, but with a fresh enough twist on it to where like it actually feels
Yeah.
refreshing.
So basically, it makes him feel like Doc Hudson.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically, that's
in a way,
In a
yeah.
way.
But he trained up the other girl.
Don't
like the-
spoil it for him. Let him
dang,
watch
bro.
it. Let him
why
watch
are you
it.
spoiling it for me?
Well, okay.
I haven't gotten
I
there
forgot
Let
yet.
him
you
watch
haven't
it.
seen it.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good one.
It's a good
I'd
movie.
recommend
Alright.
it.
All right, next one.
All right, next one is Up.
S tier.
Love Up.
S tier.
S tier.
Yeah, S
S
tier.
tier.
It's
It has
such
to
a
go.
good-
It's so
Yeah.
beautiful, and I haven't even seen it in years, and I can still remember every single part of this movie, and it's
The
so
first
good.
10 minutes of the movie
Yeah.
just completely gut-wrenching,
Rex-
steals your soul.
Wrecks you.
No pun intended. And then after that, it just expects you to have the best behavior ever and takes you on such a fun adventure. The wilderness must be explored. Rah, rah, ah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. For Halloween this year, I almost went as Russell.
should've.
Russell,
You
that
should've.
was so funny. No,
Shipping
I
was too
I
long
love
on the
Up.
costume.
I do like. I mean, the aspect of the talking dogs too.
Yeah.
And
Aw,
then
Doug.
Kevin. And like Kevin's a girl.
My name is Doug.
My name's Doug, and Doug's a doofus. Like my,
I must obey my master.
I have golden retrievers and they're doofuses. So
Yeah.
this movie made me like the case to get a golden retriever because Doug reminds me of, I don't know if he is a golden retriever. Is he a golden retriever?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
So they're doofus
A
dogs,
chonky
and I
one.
love them, and they're so cute. But Doug is a doofus, and
is a doofus.
it's like
Up
yeah.
is my favorite Pixar movie, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a good one. I love.
It's
Up.
between that and Ratatouille, but I think I give the edge to Up just because
Really?
I watched that movie so much as a kid.
Yeah.
Solid.
All right, our next one is A Bug's Life.
I watched this like 2-ish years ago, so I don't remember it super well. I just remember it kind of being bored. Like I thought it was cool. And like growing up going to Disneyland and stuff, like Bugs Land was always cool with Heimlich's Choo Choo Train. I'll never forget the time my family watched me ride that by myself as they stood outside laughing and pointing
When
at
you were
me.
18 years old
I was 25.
last year.
Ryan's tearing up about this, dude. He must really feel an
I
emotional
will never
connection.
forget that. Mom, Dad, Tyler, Kyle, Lila, and Grandma. I will remember that till the day I die.
Forever.
I'd put this in like C tier though.
I put a D. It's so
like it's
boring.
cool. I want to rewatch it. I think it's cool, but I don't know. It just
Joel, what do you think?
I don't really remember.
I'm going to tell you
much.
why it belongs in A tier, okay?
Oh.
The reason why this belongs in A tier is because
Should've taken-
A Bug's
should've taken
Life,
the
right? Like, you should have
F tier. F tier.
this movie
Veto.
changed my life about bugs. I used to hate bugs. I used to like be like so scared of them.
I've wanted to be a
But
bug
now,
ever since.
like, you see A Bug's Life, you get the atmosphere of what A Bug's Life is really like. It's from fleas to ants to spiders to caterpillars. I'm a beautiful butterfly, right? It's such a great
kinda
movie.
spot on.
It is pretty spot on. I kind of look like him too. That was a dig at myself. But A Bug's Life is so good. It changed my life to be able to. You can invent anything. You can inspire others to be great, right? That you can fight against the grasshoppers.
If we both say
right?
C, he can't do anything.
And
C tier.
and I'm okay with it being a C tier.
Your whole point about you get to see what they're like. Then what about Toy Story? You get to see the
Bug's Life
lives
is
of
so C tier you can't
You
even
can't
see
even
his
see it.
face.
Toy Story 4 is blocking it.
Yeah, Toy Story 4.
All right, we're gonna move on. I'm fine with a C tier. I love Bug's Life though. It's a hidden gem for me where I can watch that all the time. All right, anyways, moving on. Onward.
I've never seen it. I'll bow out.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah,
What's your thoughts?
it is a S tier movie for me.
Okay, this was the one I was debating with because I honestly didn't think you guys would like it.
I love this movie. I had brothers, so this
Yeah.
movie being about brothers,
You would really like this one,
like
Liam.
this
movie's awesome.
I never cry at animated movies. I don't think I've never cried at a Pixar movie. Like, to be honest, like, I mean, we say like, oh yeah, I cried at the part. Like in Up, oh, I can cry, right? I didn't. Onward, I saw in the theaters.
man.
I was with my wife and her best friend, and I was in tears at the end because of like the brother aspect of it all, of how the younger brother was trying to go find his dad, right? And they're trying to get to see their dad. There was a whole journey. And then, but the end, it was the older brother
Spoiler.
had all the memories.
Spoiler.
Like that's your own fault for not watching it. But that got me. And I have never cried like tears where I am like, I would love it to be an S tier, but I'm okay with it being A, but I would prefer S tier. But that's me. I'm like the SA tier.
I would put this in A tier. I would put it towards the top of A tier. I'll
Yeah.
say that. I think it beats out Toy Story. For me personally, I think it beats out Toy Story and Coco.
Yeah.
And probably Inside Out. Wally's the only one in A I wish was in S.
Yeah.
So that one I'd rank above it. But Onward, I think that's an A tier.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, I have brothers. We all watched it together for the first time. And that was a wild journey.
Yeah.
Also, best Tom Holland movie outside of the first Spider-Man movie he did.
Well, first and third one.
Third one's kind of boring.
No Way Home? Okay.
If you take out the nostalgia, that's such a boring movie.
Yeah. We can debate about that off topic.
I'm
all
excited to do the Marvel one. That one would be fun.
We'll do that eventually. We'll do that. That'll be
Yeah.
a good one. All right. We got 3 more left. All right. We got Monsters University.
I like this one.
A tier.
I wouldn't go A tier.
All
I'd
right,
go
B
like
tier.
B tier.
Yeah.
This one, so my mom had a minivan and it had one of the DVD players in it, and we would never change out the movies. And so this was one of the movies that had like a 6-month rotation in that
Yep.
minivan.
That's how it was with my dad.
So like this movie was always on repeat. And so
Can I just real quick? I thought where you're gonna go with this. So in Monsters University, there's a scene where
with
the
the minivan.
with the minivan.
That
So
one is
that's where you're gonna
awesome.
go about. If you guys don't know,
Does
They're
anyone
"All right,
want
Mom."
gum?
Yeah.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts, but like no, they're like, all right, Mom, I'm gonna go, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna put on my music, and then it's like heavy metal. I was like, I always laugh, so that's what I thought you were gonna go with. Like in our van, we had the CD, and we listen to heavy metal.
No, this movie's just very nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
just growing up, always
B?
having it on.
B
I'd
tier?
throw it in B tier.
tier?
Yeah, okay, I'm fine.
I don't
with
think
it.
it's as good as the first one, but
Yeah,
No.
no. The first.
I
one.
thought the scare
First one's
games was a
awesome.
sick concept.
it was. And you have John Krasinski and Aubrey Plaza in it.
Yeah, I mean, John Krasinski's only in it for a short while. Aubrey Plaza, she's in it.
Like
throughout.
30 seconds longer.
Yeah, just a little bit longer.
John
but-
Krasinski has like 30 seconds of dialogue.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Our next one, the second to last one, is Monsters Incorporated.
S tier.
I'm stuck between an S and an A.
How?
I think it
How?
definitely, because I feel like Monsters Inc. No, S tier.
Yeah.
I think it's
S-tier.
S
It
tier.
has to
It's,
go
yeah,
S.
there's no argument for me. There's nothing I need to say for it not to be an S tier. I feel like it hits all the marks. I think just with Boo and Kitty, and this is another movie I've been watching nonstop with my son, and
Dang, you got him on some bangers.
that's all I need.
Godfather is next.
TV version. TV version. Anyways,
Finn, watch this.
watch this. But I love it. Like with the Boo and Kitty, the relationship, and then Mike Wazowski, like
The yellow snow cones.
yeah, the comes. I think it's all great. So to me, S tier.
Solid.
Oh my gosh! In Monsters University, I forgot about the end where Mike tries to go scare the kids at the camp.
Yeah,
I don't know what made me just think of that,
Yeah,
but that was cool. That was really cool.
and that's for me. I was gonna try to argue Monsters University to go A because it's this whole concept of why the roles of Mike and Sully is because of Monsters University, where he realized, oh, I am not scary, but I can help Sully
Yeah.
be scary and help him be the person that he needs to be. And so that's why I enjoyed Monsters University. I would put Monsters University at A
I would too.
and Monsters Inc. at S, but I'm okay with it being B. That's just me. So,
Well, I wonder what the last movie's gonna be.
let's see. We got Toy Story number 2.
I
Oh,
don't
it's not out yet.
remember. I don't remember this
Okay.
movie whatsoever.
Let me give you a breakdown. Starts off.
Let me break it down.
Let me
for
break
you.
it down for you.
Where's that Australian girl? Yeah. What's her name? Ray Gun. Yeah.
I actually kind of dressed like her for Halloween.
was a great
Unintentionally.
sight.
I was trying to be a 90s
biggest
baby.
fan.
Biggest fan.
So pretty much starts out. Andy's like playing with Woody. His arm like rips a little bit, so like the fabric's starting to like pop out.
Yeah.
And then they try to fix him somehow. I don't even remember how, but somehow gets like into this garage sale, yard sale thing. This guy sees it, offers $5. Mom says no. The dude takes
Oh,
him.
is that the one
Yeah.
where Buzz is in like the little? There's a million of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
cowboy one.
combined
And
the
Zurg.
two.
Zurg, and then he finds
Yeah.
out that Zurg is his dad, right? The whole
Sorry,
Star
Lightyear.
Wars.
I would go
success.
A then. To be honest.
I'd like this at A.
Yeah, it's A to me. Okay, this is my hot take. I think Toy Story 2 is better than Toy Story.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
That's why I wouldn't mind putting it at S tier.
What?
But
What
I think it belongs in. I think Toy Story still belongs in S tier.
What if we drop Toy Story to S and Toy Story 2, or drop
Yes.
Toy Story to A, Toy Story 2 to S?
No, I think it's either Toy Story 2 belongs in S with Toy Story.
I'm fine. Toy Story 2 and S.
I think Toy Story 2 is the vastly, because I feel like 1 and 2 are like somewhat similar in a sense, like far sense, where it's like the first one, Buzz is like taken and Woody just happens to join him. This one,
Yeah.
Woody's taken and Buzz goes to like get him back.
Yeah.
And I feel like Toy Story 2 just does everything a lot better.
And it shows us what it feels like to not be loved anymore with Jesse's story. I think Toy Story 2 needs to go to S tier.
Somebody loves you. I don't remember the rest of the words.
I just remember it was a sad story.
Yeah.
I think Toy
The
Story 2
owner
needs to go
left
to
her
S
in a
tier.
box.
We can't put them both in S.
I think they both need to be in S. That's my take. I think Toy Story belongs in S, and then Toy Story 2, I think it's the better one, but I think that needs to be in S tier too. So, we good with that list?
Is there anything we're like missing out? Like
No.
this should switch. This should switch.
The only one for me
I swear
would
if you talk
probably
about Bug's Life.
no. I know Bugs Life is a mid-tier movie. It's just a personal favorite one.
yeah.
You know, it's a personal favorite one.
That's how I am with Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Like I know it's not the greatest one, but me personally, like I love that movie.
Yeah. I think I would go Monsters University up to A. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. That's just my
What's
thing.
yours, Ryan? Well, what's one movie on there you'd be like, I want this changed?
Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's Toy Story 1 that I would want to change personally.
Really? I would want.
I'm fine leaving it like that high.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah.
I feel like For me personally, I think it was the car thing, like just with Monsters University.
Yeah.
But like that was in our car for like a year or something like that. So I saw that movie so many times, and I think me personally, I just think it's boring now. Like you'll never catch me like going back and watching that movie.
It is a little bit, but it's such an iconic that it makes me happy when I watch it though. Like I'm just like, man, I remember where watching this as a little kid, watching it. I was alive.
Even as a
You were
kid,
not.
I like before like the whole minivan thing happened. I always liked the second one more.
Yeah.
So that's just me. I think I would drop Toy Story to A. Me, if it was like my opinion alone.
Yeah.
Low B, high C. But like out of respect for you guys, I would just drop it to A. But that's me. What about you, Liam?
The only one I see on there, just because I grew up, like, my whole family loved it. We'd always watch it in the car. Like, same thing with you. It'd be in there. What?
Brave.
Yeah. Brave would be the one to go to A. That's the only thing. That like, I love that movie.
Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But-
haven't seen Brave in a
so
while.
bad.
I need to watch it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I would change.
All right, we're gonna list off the tiers for you guys, for especially all the ones that are listening on the podcast, so then you guys know where we put things. Just a reminder. Liam, you want to start us off?
Yes, sir. Nemo, rattling off an S, Ratatouille, Incredibles, Toy Story, Cars, Soul,
Yes.
Up,
Yes.
Monsters Inc., and Toy Story 2 to round off S tier.
All right, and in A tier we have Inside Out 1, Wall-E. We got Toy Story 3. We got Coco and Onward.
For B tier, we got Brave for B, Finding Dory for B, Inside Out 2 for B, Toy Story 4 for B, Cars 3 for B, Monsters University also for B.
And now for C, we got Luca. We have Incredibles 2, Elementals, and A Bug's Life.
All right, and in D we have Cars 2, The Good Dinosaur, and Lightyear.
And in F, we have the Trash Panda.
Trash
Turning Red.
Panda. Well, kind of. No, it's Red Panda.
It's
but
Red Panda.
anyways. All right, that's the tier list podcast. Well, before, is there a one like it's your favorite in that spot? Do you guys have one like a favorite, like one where you like that?
Turning Red is my favorite in F.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Are we picking like one from each one, or
No,
just
just one
picking
in general. One favorite like movie in the right spot that you feel like that's like my favorite where it belongs.
For me, like I think I got to be a little biased towards this, but Soul.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I think Cars, where it's at. I like that. Cars and Nemo.
Yeah. For me, it's gonna be Onward. I love like Onward. Like I told you guys already before, it's the one that pulled on my heartstrings the most. I love it being in A. I like if I watch it again, I probably would move it to S in like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Just because of like the lasting effect. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love it just because it's me having brothers.
yeah.
But it's a movie that's up there for me. So
Can I just say, I think Onward is the most criminally underrated Pixar movie ever.
yeah, I agree.
Like, because that one, like, it had a theater release for like a week, I think, and then COVID happened.
No, I remember I went to the movie theater that Saturday. So like Friday at work it was like we're shutting down for 2 weeks. Went to the movies that Saturday before like it was official.
Before Rudy Gobert.
And then it was like, all right, nothing. And I was
Yeah.
like craziness. So
Yeah.
but
Cool.
all right. Well, that was the tier list podcast, guys. Thank you so much for watching episode 3 on Pixar movies. Make sure you guys watch episode 1 and 2 and listen to episode 1 and 2. You guys check us out on
Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Leave a comment what you think the best or worst place thing is. And we'll see you next time,
See you next time.
where the vibes are also immaculate.
Always.
Also, it's always.
I said,
Always.
You said also.
deal with it.
The vibes are also immaculate. Always immaculate. See?
We're probably not even on air right now.
And we cut it right when he finished.
Yeah.